James Creedon with Media Watch. We're starting with the latest op-ed. That's opinion editorial. Is that what it stands for?
That's it, in The Guardian.
All the jargon here, all the jargon. You know, it's in The Guardian, which of course is the left-leaning quality paper in the UK.
That's right.
It's no other way to describe it. Penned by an unlikely journalist. Who, James?
Vladimir Putin. Now,
Himself?
Vladimir Putin, the man himself. So it was an article talking about, you know, the value of democracy and how corruption must be stamped out and all of that. And it's, I suppose, an unlikely man to have penned such an opinion piece in a left-leaning paper in the UK. Now, it gets a little bit quite easier to understand when we take a look where it was originally published. That was in Commersant newspaper. And so an abridged version appeared in The Guardian. Now, a lot of people have been smirking at this and saying Vladimir Putin wouldn't exactly be the poster boy for democracy internationally. So there were various people tweeting about that. One saying, oh, he's now moonlighting as a Guardian journalist. What's that all about? Another saying, picking a quote out of it, where he said, "We defeated oligarchy, we will surely defeat corruption." So that was one of the quotes in the piece. And elsewhere, you know, he says that the United Russia Party, which
it's his party,
which is his party, needs more internal democracy. So I suppose it was an unlikely set of declarations from Vladimir Putin, except when you see that last Saturday there was a massive demonstration in Moscow again, with tens of thousands of people demonstrating against his bid to get a third term. So I suppose you would have to say at some point, is there a link between all of these public demonstrations?
Kit,
you see, this is, you know, he's better known for these sort of gimmicks than for talking about the values of democracy. But
he doesn't slapshot very well. I'll give him that.
No,
you know,
not particularly. And
there he is on the Harley. Is it a Harley? No, it's not a Harley. It wouldn't be a Harley.
I think it was, actually. I think it was. That was another famous moment where he turned up at a bikers rally in Russia.
Okay, so he's a macho guy. He'll do anything for a publicity stunt. That's how it seems. Yeah, but writing in The Guardian, though, it doesn't
an unlikely publicity stunt. Yeah. Now, what they've been saying in Russia about this is that this is an amazing step forward. One guy called Dmitry Zuravlov, the director of the Institute of Regional Problems, says this is a huge step forward. Vladimir Putin is promoting democracy in Russia. It is a blueprint for action. Now, another surprising thing that he said in that piece was that he is now in favour of e-petitions. That is, if there is more than 100,000 people who put their names to a petition, the Parliament has to look at this measure. Now, it's something that David Cameron has spoken about as well.
Great, you know.
But this is all a very surprising set of measures or a set of proposals by a man who is, I suppose, more associated with being quite autocratic in his...
I can't help but think here, James, that there's an issue here about what is said and what will actually happen. You know, if they say, oh, there has to be this set number of names and then we will discuss this, well, surely they just say, well, there weren't enough names, so we don't want to discuss it, if it's a contentious issue. And that's always the fear, isn't it? Or am I being cynical?
I don't think so, but I think what is definitely certain here is that he is under pressure. He's under pressure because of these street protests. And he has made some concessions to, I suppose, the modernist wing to the modern youth population who are demonstrating.
Play ice hockey again.
Well, I think those scenes are likely to be pulled out again and again and again in the next few months.
And of course, fishing. Was that a real fishy caught?
I don't think it was. Probably a lot. Half the things are. I don't actually. Half the things
James,
aren't real.
I'll give you the choice. Where are we going next?
All right. This is. Let's play the next set of images for you, Mark. You'll remember this from, I think it was the late 70s, early 80s. Aha. Take On Me, right? It was a huge hit that we all, I suppose, know and love, right?
Let's have a listen.
Let's take a listen to it. Right, now. Okay. Now, what is the most unlikely country to have done, you know, a cover version of that? Think of any country in the world. What is the most unlikely country?
Well, I can see Vladimir Putin trying to sing it, but no.
What about North Korea, where Western culture is not exactly smiled upon?
Seriously?
Let's take a look at these next set of pictures. 5 accordion players doing a wonderful version of "Take On Me" by Aha.
James, that is just ace. I love that. It's
brilliant, isn't it?
It's absolutely brilliant.
Well, you're not the only one who thinks that, Mark, because that was put up on the 1st of February on YouTube. It has had 627,000 hits since then. So it's clearly tapping into something.
It's from North Korea. It's fantastic.
It's from North Korea via Norway. And actually, it was a Norwegian band, Aha, who
Yeah,
originally
sure.
did that, and it was a Norwegian artist by the name of Morten Travik who recorded that in December of last year on a trip to North Korea.
I wonder what
it's gone
Morten
viral.
Harker of Aha thinks about that. Maybe we should try and contact him and find out. I'm sure he's the kind of guy who watches Frans van Cat.
I reckon he's pretty proud of it.
I bet he is. Is that it now?
That's it.
See how quickly 5 minutes goes when you're watching James
Okay.
Creedon on Media Watch. James, thank you very much
Thanks,
indeed.
Mark.